Hello! Today, I want to talk about the 7 heroes everybody should have, right? And the reason I'm going to say 7 heroes is that there's, like I said, not just PvP, but also PvE considerations, such as guild raids. Guild raids is something that a lot of guilds care about, and you can get a lot of rewards from the guild raids if you do well, especially if you help your guild do well. So we're going to talk about those 7 heroes. So the first hero we will obviously talk about is Sebastian. Sebastian, I've long said he's the best hero in the game. He's not. He's the best hero in the game for PvP because of his Odin Serenity ability. But he's also very, very good versus in guild raids versus Ashe the Eternal Keeper because of his Battle Song, especially because of his striking solo ability that activates while Battle Song is up. This allows him to do a lot of pure damage. And against Ashe the Eternal Keeper, he is the best DPS in the game versus that fight. I've seen Sebastian do over 100 million damage by himself with Albus Patron because of this striking solo ability. So Sebastian definitely should be like the first hero you get. Pretty much should always be like one of the first heroes you choose to get. Another hero I recommend everybody get is Celeste. Celeste is pretty much the best healer in the game. She has really good healing. She also has something called Purifying Sphere, which also blocks status effects, kind of like Odin Serenity. It blocks and cures status effects, but it's only single target. This goes on to the ally with the lowest health, and she also heals a lot with the Purifying Sphere. She also has something called Cursed Flame. Cursed Flame blocks healing from the enemy team, and that is, like I said, a very powerful ability. Because, like I said, blocking him for the other team is one of the most important abilities. Because it also this is super important. This is a field effect, so it can't get stopped by things that block status effects. It's not a status effect; it's a field effect. So there's not really anything to counter it other than to heal through it. And this could be really important for stopping like all of her patrons and stuff. So this is a very good ability. Just the main reason I Celeste is like really the best healer in the game. And then of course she has the Zenith ability. This makes her basic attacks do magic damage. This makes her hit very hard. Like I said, she's just really good at hitting the front line hero, hitting enemy tanks, especially if you put like Merlin Patron on her, give her some extra magic penetration. She can do a lot of damage. So this is just a very, very good ability. She's just really good hero. I'd say it's absolute must-have. You should have her if you don't already. And then there's Aurora, who really is the best tank in the game. First of all, she has this ability called Rainbow Halo, absorbs 85% magic damage. Right, this gives her the best magic mitigation of any hero in the game. Even though she doesn't have much magic defense, that magic defense stat's almost irrelevant because the Rainbow Halo absorbs the magic. So, magic defense doesn't come into play until it's like I said, till it explodes, and then it resets and starts over again. So, like I said, she doesn't really need magic defense. Then she has AE abilities here of his Piercing Light, Crystallize. Also, Rainbow Halo is also point blank AE, right? And these do a lot of damage. Like her ult does 33,570. It's AE damage. AE damage. This makes her very good against Martha. This is just a single target. This is a weak ability. Crystalline Onslaught, not that relevant. It's just a shield bash. It does have like a really short duration stun, but it's not a big deal. It doesn't really do much. These are the ones that matter. Crystal Celeste special though, because she can use Kane as her patron, which gives her a lot more energy gain for every time she dodges. She gains energy, so 3 dodges with a maxed out Kane lets her ult. So she can ult quite a bit, do a lot of AE magic damage. So this is really oppressive to enemy Marthas, and she also buffs dodge. She one of just 3 heroes in the game who buffs dodge. So when she spams her ults, she puts up a bunch of dodge buffs, which is really oppressive to physical attacking teams. So she's just really, really good because she is also the only tank that has the dodge stat. So like I said, this is another, just like magic penetration, just like I said, her magic penetration cannot affect her Rainbow Halo. Doesn't matter how much magic penetration the enemy team has, Rainbow Halo is going to absorb most of the magic damage coming her way. And it doesn't matter how much armor penetration a hero has, she's going to dodge a portion of the physical attack. She could dodge nearly half of them just by that. And then when she has an ult up, she's going to dodge most of them. So she's going to dodge. She's going to avoid a majority of the physical damage that comes her way by virtue of being a dodge hero. Doesn't matter how much physical armor penetration they have, she's going to avoid most physical damage because of dodge. So this just makes her generally the best tank in the game. She has like really high health. Like I said, she has over 1,000,000 health maxed out, and really the best overall mitigation in the game. She's just really, really good and highly recommended. Then the next hero I recommend is another hero who's really good in PvP, but he's also going to be your main tank versus Osh the Eternal Keeper, right? He has quite a good health, but his abilities here, right, is that he actually based on his health he absorbs magic damage. This makes him very good at PvP versus mage teams. Also his ult silences, and with this ability here, his ult also does physical damage on the third activation. So this like really helps a lot, and the more health he has, the faster this absorbs. So this makes him a very good tank versus Osh the Eternal Keeper, because you can then put him on the front line, on the front of your team, because Osh is doing a bunch of magic damage. This allows him to use his ult quite a bit, and then like I said, put up a bunch of like armor penetration buffs and stuff, because he buffs armor pen, versus the boss, and just do a lot of damage with his ult to clear out the defenses here. So he's just very good. So he's definitely one of those heroes you definitely want. And the next hero you really probably want to focus on is Martha. Martha's a really good healer. She's not as good as Celeste. She does get countered by Aurora, but she just doesn't do a whole lot. Her ult speeds up the team for 6 seconds. The rest of her abilities are all healing. She buffs armor. Not a lot, but you do need her for the Osh fight, and she is a pretty solid healer. She does pretty good healing. Yes, she gets countered by Aurora and Cleaver, but she's a good hero that's not too bad, worth having. She's definitely worth having. So, like I said, she's the next one I'd really recommend. So that's 5. And then you probably want Jew. This is another hero you want for Osh. He's like pretty much like Sebastian's partner in crime. He's the main attacker, right? Sebastian does a lot of damage, but Jew does critical hits. And so, like I said, he also buffs critical hit with his ult, just like Sebastian buffs critical hit. And then he's the main attacker, and all those critical hits Jew does is what allows Sebastian to do so much damage to Osh. And like I said, he just has like a speed bonus with his ult. He, like I said, so he gets to do a lot, hit a lot, so he's just very, very good. And he has a self-heal. So this is just, like I said, the main go-to like attacker for Osh, and he's like Sebastian's partner in crime. And then this leads to the last hero you need for Osh, Nebula, right, who is, right, she's a support. The main reason you want Nebula is an equilibrium ability. She boosts the attack of the heroes adjacent to her. When she sits in the Stone Cold line between Jew and Sebastian, either she's buffing up Jew's attack or she's buffing up Sebastian's. Either way, she's causing her, like I said, Sebastian and or Jew to do a lot of extra damage. Like I said, so if Jew's doing extra damage, Sebastian's also doing extra damage based on how his striking solo does. Or if she's just buffing up Sebastian, just means his striking solo hits do that much more damage. So either way, she's pretty much buffing up Sebastian with this ability, whether it's the orbs on Jew or Sebastian. So it's very good. She also has a little bit of healing, not a lot, but it does help. She does also dodge, so she can buff physical attack. Like, so physical attack buff's kind of not that great. Her ult is okay. It does a bit of damage. It does drain a bit of energy, though the energy drain does get blocked by Odin's Serenity and stuff, so it's not that great. And this just does a little bit of physical damage. Not that great of ability. The main 3 is Nebula is this ability called Equilibrium, and that's 7 heroes you should develop. And, like, that gives you probably, like, one good team. You might want to pick in, like, a couple more heroes. Maybe you want another, like I said, Jew works really well with Thea in a lot of teams because the second wind has a lot of synergy with Jew. But you might also want to look at some other DPSs, like Mara or Arachne or both, or Lars, Krista, could be another one, right? Like Lars and Krista. You could do Corvus or Helios if you want to be able to deal with Yasmin's easier. Yasmin, she's okay. I'm not a big fan of Yasmin. I mean, I've been doing some development in her, but I'm not, like, she's okay. I don't really think she's that great. A lot of people like her. She's not one I personally would recommend, but she's okay. But you got, like I said, there's just a lot of heroes. Like, Leanne's really good. Leon's a hero I definitely recommend. She's one of the better heroes. She's really good on defense, and she just has all these fun abilities. Yeah, there's like I said though, those last like 2 or 3 slots though, tried to get like I said 9 or 10. I don't think most people need more than like 9 or 10 heroes. Like doing like I said, you start getting diminishing returns on your investment after that point. I mean, yes, there's Grand Arena, but you really only need like if you really fun, I don't really think you should really care about Grand Arena, but if you do care about Grand Arena, you really only need 2 teams. Like if you have 9 or 10 good heroes, you could build 2 teams and then just have a chump team with the best of the rest. Like that you just like said, right? You just need to win 2 out of 3. So if you have 2 teams that can get you wins, right? The third team could be a chump team, and it doesn't really matter much, right? So don't worry too much about Grand Arena. You'll just get like 2, like yes, I just get like 9 or 10 good heroes, and that could build you 2 teams. And yeah, that's really all you need. And yeah, so recommend those 7 heroes. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video informative. Thank you for watching.